Hovey's Knives of China, Bok Choy Chopper, William Hovey Smith, 2016. And here I am illustrating the utility of my new knife, actually, of course, chopping up nothing less than Bok Choy. This is Hovey Smith of Hovey's Knives of China. And what you see before you is a brand new design of knife that we are going to be bringing out on ancient patterns from China and elsewhere in the world. Knives underwent thousands of years of evolution in human history, but in modern times we're only using the more recent versions. So I've gone back to China and other cultures and picked up knives that were good designs but changed materials. And one of which is this chopper that I have in front of me. These knives were originally made in bronze in China about 2,000 years ago. And bronze has a problem in that it is brittle, and it would not stand the high impact of something like a cleaver on a hard surface very well. Steel did much better, and consequently when steel came along, they replaced the design of the knife with steel knives. However, the original knives were pretty good in design. They just needed upgraded in modern materials, and that's exactly what I've done. Now this is only one of about a dozen different designs that I developed. This is a prototype, and we call this the Bok Choy, because it is ideal for working this vegetable, as you will see shortly. This started several years ago with drawings like this that were actually done from original bronze knives in China. Then we did wooden models like Yay to see just how they felt and looked. Then we progressed to some silhouettes done here in aluminum. Then went to water jet and had some blades cut and actually handled by Paul Hoyt, a bladesmith here in Sandusville, Georgia, who is working with me on these blades. Now these are prototypes. I'm showing them to you now, even before they're patented, because I have no intention whatsoever of patenting these blades. Anyone in the world may produce them. I don't have any problems with that. The distinctive features of these knives are these. One, this definite scallop here over the point. Two, this D-ring, instead of being round, this is D-shaped or oval, so that it actually fits in the palm of the hand like this. Now these patterns of knives can be made either in all steel, in bronze, with various handle materials, and with various blade materials of various thicknesses and sizes, and we will do all of these. Now if you are inclined to make these knives, let me work with you, and I will exhibit these knives at the blade show, the knives that you make, under my trademark, and all I ask is 5%. So you can make as many knives as you wish, charge as little or as much as you want for them. If they're decent knives, I will present them and help you advertising and help you promote them and help you sell them. And I will take 5%. And that's the deal. Now, these knives are very distinctive. Anyone looking at this knife will realize it's mine, whether I patent it or not. And there is a little incentive for you to do that, because, as I say, I will actively promote them. And there is a disincentive for you to cheat me. And that disincentive is that these knives carry something of a curse. Yes, they do. I'm both Irish and American Indian, and we know how to lay on some good curses. So if you cheat me, you can, and you may make some money, but you will not profit from it in the end. So, about the knives, about this particular knife here. This happened to be made out of saw blade material. Many others could be used. We're going to have stainless steel blanks cut with a water jet cutter, and hopefully we'll have some of these available at the Blade Show this year in Atlanta, where this and other knives will be exhibited. And incidentally, that will be at table U16, and that's where we'll be. And this knife, among others, will be in the new knife category, because this is a brand new design. Now, how does it work? The reason I call this a Bok Choy is because it's ideal for doing something like this. It's going down and cutting. All right, so you've removed with one cut the back. So now you can take the limbs like this and put the leaves down, and then guess what? You can take the knife and hold it like this. Then use the point, if you wish, to delicately cut out the veins. Like yay. So, you can form a very interesting design using either vegetables or meat or dough, for example, using exactly the same blade. This is something that was possible with the originals in bronze, but had probably been forgotten about. Well, after all, it was only 2,000 years ago. So a lot of little culinary niceties were lost during that time period. And now they can be regained. Now we're going to do, in various of these knives, right-handed and left-handed versions. And when we get around to some of the unique ways we're going to grind blades, later you'll see why it is significant that we do so. So those are going to be some of the things that are going to be coming out. And we're also going to make knives that, unlike this one, do not have points. Why would you want a cooking knife without a point? Well, except for what I'm doing right now, why would you want a cooking knife with a point? The fact is that points on cooking knives, like here, are somewhat overrated. If this knife falls from a table, like this, it is guaranteed to go through any boot ever made. Yeah, and you can imagine what the even heavier versions will do, such as the cabbage knife, which is larger than this. So, what you do is you truncate the blade like this. And I do put my distinctive scoop here, so you can even use this right angle corner here to cut just about as well as you can with the point. So you don't really lose very much in the utility of the blade except for the point. Now what's the point good for? The point's good for stabbing. If you want to reach down and get a cabbage, all right, you got it. Boom. And that's about it. What else are you going to do with it? So, there will be versions available on order without the point, for safety reasons. We're also going to have a sanitary safety knife, which is going to be all metal. It'll have a rounded end here. For prison use, if no other purpose. So these are some of the variants that we're going to be coming out with this general shape of knife. We're also going to offer it in 3 different sizes. There'll be a large, one larger than this, as I say, the cabbage knife, one smaller than this, with also a smaller grip. Now, it's generally thought in the knife world that one grip fits everybody, and that is not true. It never was. So, we are going to offer different lengths and sizes of grips with various knives. Now, I have a medium-sized hand. I'm not a big guy, but this knife fits me ideally. A larger sized guy would find it a bit small, and a person with tiny hands would find it a bit large. So we're going to change the size of the grip, so you'll have 3 options of grip: small, medium, and large. Few people do that, by the way. These knives that are made here in Georgia are going to be called signature knives, and they will have my signature and will be the only ones so branded. And these will be custom ordered knives. So you can have your choice of handle materials, you can have the particular choice of blade you want, you'll have some options so far as the individual grind on the blade, what kind of grind you want, and in some cases right-handed or left-handed in various designs. So we're going to offer a lot of different utilities in these different blades, all dozen of them. But now hopefully we'll have some half dozen or so ready to go to the show, and you may even be able to purchase some blanks. We're also going to do a Kickstarter project where you'll be able to purchase knives anytime I make them, anytime I sell them, at a very appreciable discount. These are 3 general patterns of the same style of knife made out of wood, of course. Now, I'm going to have much more to say about different knives from Hovey's Knives of China in future videos. We're going to launch a Kickstarter project in April, and contributors will be able to get certificates for the purchase of these knives at deeply discounted prices. Now, we'll be exhibiting at the Cobb Galleria from June 2 through 6 at table U16. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.